if you touch yourself, you're basically not a good person. Hi, my name is Tiasha and welcome back to my channel, where I share my experiences and learnings about life for people who are listening with their hearts. Do you remember ever been asked to be a good little boy or a good little girl? Or you maybe yourself asked someone, some little child, to be good, or if he or she was good? Have you ever thought about what that actually means? In this video, I'm going to take you along on my exploration of how being told to be good, to be a good little girl, has affected my life. So I first noticed this concept, these words, being good, when I had my son and people around me were asking him if he was good. What does this actually mean? And I realized how a child could quickly be confused about these words. What are they actually asking me? If I'm obedient, if I obey my parents, or what? Because I think this concept of being good is really broad and really vague. What I internalized being a good girl meant: if I'm a good girl, I obey every outside authority, I don't question it. Everything that is brought to me, I just accept and see it as undisputable truth. A good girl lives her life as her parents want her to live her life. And the most toxic belief is about sexuality. To be ashamed of my sexuality, to have guilt about my sexuality, to not talk about it, definitely not confess it in confession in church. I was raised in a semi-Catholic environment, and I went through all the sacraments and everything, and I went to confession every once in a while. And I remember clearly, as I was sitting in the booth with the priest, asked me about my sins, and I did not have the courage to confess my sin of masturbating. Back then, it was like masturbation for me was like just something so forbidden, something so nasty and dirty and just filthy, and just something to hide and not talk about and not, even think about. I remember when I was little, I did it, and then after I did it, after the orgasm, I was just like, put it out of my head. I didn't do it, right? This was how I could live with myself, that I kind of shrugged it off and just hid it from myself even. If I have multiple partners, sexual partners, I'm not a good girl, and therefore, if I'm not a good girl, I'm not a good person. I'm not a good-hearted person, and all these ideas got mixed up inside of me, and I was just believing bullshit. Basically. Now, as I am unlearning these beliefs, I see how sexuality is actually so healthy and so good for me, for everyone, I would say, to have a healthy view on my body, to have a healthy view on my sexuality, on pleasure, on just everything related on sensuality and, intimacy. For the purpose of getting rid of these wrong beliefs, I started having lots of different experiences in my life, and this is where polyamory has helped me a lot. Meeting other people and just having all these different experiences and all these different sexual experiences also, because through those experiences I was getting to know myself, started to really accept myself, accept my body, accept my sexuality, accept my femininity, accept the masculinity in me, to really balance myself in every way. And so I stopped just blindly trusting other people's authority, and I started questioning things. As I started opening up, it helped with my mood, with the peace, the calm inside me, the love. And I realized, that this is nothing to be ashamed of, that this is not a sin, that if I explore my sexuality in a safe, trustworthy, loving way, environment with people who I trust, this can be a really helpful actually tool in therapy. So what I find the most toxic and the most dangerous about the concept of being a good girl is just the fact that I was believing because I was doing some things in my life, I was not a good person. I did not have a good heart, a clean heart, or whatever. I was doing something wrong. Basically, I was operating on the basis of fear. And now I invest in love. I feel like from fear, I had the restrictions, just the forbidden stuff, the sinful, the whatever, all the stories about how I'm going to go to hell if I whatever. I feel that the God inside me is very encouraging towards my sexuality, and he's like, girl, you do you. You do it in a safe way, you do it in a loving way, not to cause damage around you, not to cause damage to your health. Have all those health precautions, but you enjoy yourself. That's why you're here. And so now I'm rewriting this program with a new one, which is basically a good girl is someone who is loving towards herself and who is loving towards other people as much as she can be, patient, kind. A good girl is definitely someone who enjoys her sexuality, who enjoys masturbation, who enjoys just every aspect of her body, accepts it, and enjoys pleasure, enjoys all the pleasure that life has given me. And to be grateful and to be thankful that I can do this, that I have this amazing opportunity to live my life to the fullest. Because if I look at this from maybe a Catholic point of view, why would God give me this body and these possibilities of pleasure and then say, oh, but if you touch yourself, you're basically not a good person. I am saying goodbye to all that fear, and I am saying hello to love in every shape and every form. I invite you to explore your own beliefs, to explore if you also have some of the good boy or good girl beliefs inside you. Are they beneficial? Are they helpful in your life? Or are they maybe dysfunctional and not helping you to live to the fullest? Thank you for being in my company. If you would like to see more of this type of content, you are very welcome to subscribe. If you have any constructive comments, you are very welcome to leave them below. You are welcome to like the video if you liked it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.